am sick of social media. I'm sick of being in the rat race. I'm sick of taking risks. I'm sick of chasing my dreams. I'm sick of being someone who shuts it off and doesn't chase my dreams and just sits there in my comfort zone. Because then I'm thinking about all the time that I'm wasting that I could be putting towards myself. But then when I'm putting it towards myself, I'm wasting my time and failing. So basically I'm in my room. I just wanted to make a video to just kind of ramble on. I wasn't really planning on making a video. I was just going to do laundry day. It's laundry day, so I was just gonna come in my room, start folding clothes, and listen to a podcast. But I kind of felt like I just wanted to like turn the camera on and then just start like rambling my ideas. And I just started thinking about how, I mean, this isn't new information, but how I just feel like I'm drowning in my 20s, like no joke. I feel behind, but I also feel a bit toxically optimistic. And I mean toxically, like everything is going wrong and I'm still like, it's gonna be okay. I'll be fine. I'll figure it out. I've got this. But that's not good because I need to be grounded. But then a part of me is like, why be realistic? Because when has being realistic worked for anyone? People are grinding their life away and it's not working for all of them. And you know, just the whole like optimistic part of me who wants the most out of life, and then the realistic side of me, those two sides just battling in my head. And then I'm also thinking, well, the realistic side just wants to be a Debbie Downer and wants to rain on my parade. But it's just annoying. And then this whole thing that I'm personally struggling with, which is being a business owner who hates selling in a sense of anything that's not organic or genuine. I hate things that are disingenuine, which is why thankfully I've always wanted to be a business owner, in a sense that I'm not just drop shipping something that's in China and just sending to people just for the sake of it. Why I wanted to be an entrepreneur, because I just thought I'd be too stupid to work for anyone else. So I was like, I'll probably just have an easier time working for myself, which is true to this day, because not that I'm that stupid, but I honestly hate, I'm stir crazy. I can't work for anyone. And these are just all the thoughts in my head of like, I hate social media, but I need social media to promote my business. But I also hate being salesy, but I also need to be salesy because I have my own business, but I hate how saturated and it's so common now, and it's such a thing now and trendy to promote hustle culture and have your own job and be a boss girl. And I also hate social media, but I'm actually, or used to be, a social media manager, and I quit that. And it's just so stupid. Like, I am all the things that I hate, but I also need all the things that I hate. If you don't know me, my name is Kylene. I am 26, I believe. Let me see. I always forget my age. Yeah, I'm 26. This is just gonna be a video that's just all over the place. I'm getting on my boyfriend's call because I need to film this. Hold on, he's kind of probably, I think I accidentally just left him a voicemail. He's gonna think I was talking to someone. Hello? Hold on, I'm filming. Can I call you later?
Huh?
I'm filming. Can I call you later?
Yeah. Call me later.
And then of course, I open Instagram because he called me on Instagram, and it's people living their life. And I'm at home folding my clothes. I hate talking personally just because I feel that everything and anything that needs to be said has already been said, so why waste point Why waste time in talking if someone else has already said it? It's not like it's a new idea or anything. Being in your 20s, and it's supposed to be the most exciting time, and I have never hated an age so much. I feel that the whole 20s is overly hyped. I think it's not as fun as everyone makes it out to be. I don't know, it just felt like anticlimactic in a sense, and that's kind of how my 20s feel, is anticlimactic. It's everyone talks so highly about how you're young, so it's supposed to be fun in your 20s, but it just feels kind of annoying, and I like already don't have expectations. I mean, I have standards and boundaries, but expectations, I don't have those because I'm like told not to have expectations. And I just want a simple life. I'm in this rat race. Like, I feel like I lost before, like, I even started the game, or whatever that saying is, where it's like you lost before it even started. Like short men. Just kidding. It's crazy. The last job I worked, I already knew it wasn't gonna last. The toxic positivity, the minute I can smell toxic positivity, I'm like, I can't for the life of me fake being corporate happy. I knew it. I knew it was over before it even started for me. I was like, I can't do this. I can't fake being like, hi, how are you? How was your weekend? I don't care. Let's be honest. I don't care. You don't care. Let's not pretend. Social media is stupid, and I'm trying to find a way to make my business thrive without social media, because social media is hoping that you rely on it to grow as a business. It's a great marketing tool, but it is becoming overly saturated in an unhealthy, disgusting, like greasy, slimy way. It's not cute anymore, and the last thing you'll ever catch me doing is begging someone to support me. I always appreciate support, but you'll never catch me begging in a sense of like, oh, please, please, please buy something from my shop. I'm not that kind of person, and that itself feels icky, and social media is wanting you to do that, like to grind and constantly promote, sales, but no one wants to be advertised to that much. And it's just sad that like that's what it's come to, because now everyone relies, because everyone wants to be financially independent, so because social media told them it's possible, it's easy, so everyone's trying to do it, and now social media is profiting off of people taking the risk and quitting their jobs and putting full faith that they can make content creating their full-time job. But Instagram and Facebook, I can't do it anymore. It's not about people anymore. It's not about connections. It's about how many times can you post? How many times can you do something fun and share about it at the weekend? Like, Instagram expects me to be living like an 80-hour eccentric life to be vlogging about and taking photos. And it's funny because I'm personally not someone who likes to share about things that are going on in my life. I probably should, because I feel like an outsider when I don't. Like, I'll go to this fun event. No one would know that I have like such a double life, because I just don't like posting about it. When good things happen in my life, it's not like I'm thinking to keep it private. I'm not thinking to share it. So when I get home and from like a fun event, and then I'm on social media scrolling and seeing how everyone is posting about the things they did in the day, I feel like an outsider, like, oh wow, I feel so excluded from society because I'm not posting and I'm not sharing these fun adventures that I'm on. And even though I'm doing a bunch of fun things just as much as anyone else, I feel like I'm not, because if I don't post about it, I'm not going to remember that it happened. Which I definitely just need to start keeping a scrapbook, is what I need to be doing. I need to scrapbook more. Freaking hell. they wired this crooked? Okay, this isn't. It's just annoying because social media is how I feel connected to society. I don't know if that's how it is for everyone, but it makes me feel connected, and so when I'm not posting things throughout my day, I feel excluded. When I'm not, I guess, posting about things or whatever it is, or I'm not on social media, or if I'm not on Instagram, I feel excluded. And it's, I don't know, but I think I'm just gonna officially just not do Instagram anymore. I only do it for my business profile because it's always great to have information there for someone who's probably needing it. They want to make sure I'm an actual person, or they need to make sure that like the products I sell are actually things that I either use myself or that they can actually see the physical product or the story behind it, and that I'm a real person and that I'm not like some scammer, you know, because I don't know, but when I'm shopping, I look at the reviews on things. I will stalk the crap out of all the reviews before I buy something. I want to make sure it is up to par. But yeah, I just feel like it sucks because it's just too much. It's overstimulating. It's just an exposure to too many people, and especially the hookup culture. It's like it feels like everyone's just like rushing through connections onto the next person, onto the next person, onto the next person. It's insane. And it sucks because personally I have met nothing but like terrible people, and I always feel guilty when I have to cut people out of my life because I'm like, when I actually have to be the person to cut someone off, it hurts because it feels like I'm just giving up on them, and or that I'm judging them too harshly for their mistakes. But then I'm like, if it was in my hands, I wouldn't have treated them that way, so I need to put my foot down and just cut people off. Which is another thing in your 20s, and I don't know if this is because it's an entrepreneur thing, so you start to see a bit more animosity within social groups when you start doing things that other people are either too insecure about. Like it's really common where I'll talk to people about something, and again, I'm very like overly optimistic in an unhealthy way, and I know that. I know sometimes I say things, but I'm more encouraging, and I'm a very encouraging energy. So when there's someone who's like, you can't do that, or they try to belittle me and they try to say things like, oh, like your little business, like I just smile and wave. So I guess just right now, my whole journey is just apparently what everyone else is doing now is hustling to afford to live, but also I just want to rely on myself, and I don't want to rely on other companies. I want to be able to rely on myself. It's comforting to know if I screw up, it's my fault, but the last thing I want to sit there is be in an office that's holding my life together financially, to feel like every day if I make a mistake I might get fired for it. And another thing I want to like complain about is how it has become such a cashless society. This I guess doesn't really have to do with being 20s, but just society in general. It's irritating me that everything is a subscription based now. The fact that I want to use Apple software, or not Apple software, but Adobe software, I feel like that used to be a one-time purchase and that was it. I could be wrong, but I feel like when I was younger, it was like you buy it, it was like a physical thing you could buy at Best Buy one time, and that was it. But then when I became the age of actually being able to use Adobe software, it became a service thing where now you have to pay monthly for it. And now car insurance is a subscription based. The gym membership is a subscription based. Spotify, subscription. Even YouTube is trying to be like, oh, if you don't want ads, you could pay a subscription. And although I'm not someone who subscribes to anything for the convenience of it, but just the fact that I see it so much advertised, every business is like trying to get you to buy into their subscription or their rewards program or their credit card. And it's like, yes, milk me for all that I have, please. Yes, because I just love working and the 9 to 5. I love that. Everything is just like milking you for all that you have. It's annoying. It's like, oh my god, you step outside and you've already spent $100. Which is why we're all staying inside. We're like, I just want to breathe for a second. As if I'm going to spend my money. Oh my god, I want it to be on something that I actually care about. It's annoying. I feel like it's just not worth it anymore to go out. Because it's like I'm at the age where I can buy stuff that I actually want to do. But now that I can, it feels like I have to be frugal about it. And why do I have to be frugal? Why can't I just live comfortably without thinking that there's a consequence because I just wanted to spoil myself for 1 second? It's annoying, and it was just another thing that I hate. And it just all stems from just not being able to make a living wage with a degree. I mean, I had the job and everything. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't worth what was being taken from me. It just wasn't worth it. It didn't feel like a fair trade. Endless hours of my life stuck in an office or stuck thinking about how to fix other people's problems. And that's just something I constantly boggle with in my head, is like, I need to just get over this. I wish I could just be someone who just works and doesn't care and just works all the hours, even does overtime. I could never do that. The minute when I worked at Disney and they're like, does anyone want to go home early? ER? Do you want an ER? Like, yes, I want to go home. I don't want to do this. Bye. Ugh. It's like, when I was little, I hated being in school, and then I hated being in work, and it's just, it's stupid to complain about, but it just doesn't feel like a fair trade anymore. Where back then, it was a fair trade. You got the nice house. You had kids, 4 kids probably, pets, and it was all worth it, because you'd go to work for a couple hours, and then it would pay for everyone's vacation to, I don't know, wherever people vacation to. Yeah, hustle culture. It's just annoying now, because now that it's a trend and in an unhealthy way, it's just kind of hard to feel ecstatic to boost about my business and post about my business, because I already wanted to hate being salesy. I want it to be genuine. I want it to actually provide something useful to someone who's looking for it. I really am passionate about art projects and art because it's a way to vent, it's a way to convey your emotions, and it's just personally fun for me, which is why I'm so passionate about it. So I'm looking to find people who also value just being creative during their downtime, and they value self-care time, self-alone time. So I've been hanging out flyers and stuff and trying to find organic ways, natural ways, not aggressive or against the grain ways to just get my stuff out there. I want to completely detach from social media. I think it's icky. It's not fun anymore. It's icky. Trying to and it's hard to talk about this because I'm going against everything I'm already doing. I hate how it's oversaturated with ads, but I'm also a business owner who promotes ads, so it's kind of awkward to say that. But I don't want to go on Instagram and see a bunch of ads. I want to relax. I'm supposed to be unwinding, I'm not shopping. I'm not someone who likes to shop all the time, so I hate being promoted and advertised to all the time, which is also why I hate creating content that's salesy, because I personally wouldn't want to see salesy stuff all the time. So it's such a weird war in my head. And not only social media, but just products in general and overconsumption, and seeing how people have been boasting about how they've bought like 20 Stanley Cups, just for an example. Like, why do you need 20 Stanley Cups? The whole point of the cup is that it's a metal reusable cup that you're supposed to be using more than once. And I'm like, it is literally defeating the purpose of the cup. I don't want to spend my whole life feeling like I'm not living enough or I'm not doing enough. I don't want to spend my whole life feeling like I'm constantly on the edge of something or some problem. I'm always going to be struggling with something. I'll never be able to enjoy life because there's always going to be something stressing me out. And I thought about how I was stressed out the other day because things aren't going my way. And I always feel like I'm at rock bottom, but I also felt like I was at rock bottom when I was in college, struggling to pass my classes, to make sure I had all the perfect A's, only to get a job and struggle, feeling like I'm on thin ice, and if I make a mistake, I'll get fired. And now stressing out that I'm taking a stupid risk to focus on myself and figure it all out. And it's just like, I was just like, I'm always stressed. No matter what, I'm always stressed. And this is just how I'll forever feel. Always too busy focusing on how much I am not where I want to be in the moment. But then if I look back, it's like I'll never be in the moment that I want to be in. And I just don't want to constantly feel like I'm an outsider and everyone else is achieving their dreams and living their best life, and then I'm here struggling to make it all happen. That way I can enjoy it sooner rather than later. Like, it's so overhyped being 20. Oh, you're young. Yeah, like, I think being 30, hopefully, that will be a better time for me. And I'm not even worried about aging. Like, I know maybe some people, they care about aging and they're worried that they're not going to be young forever. And although it's fun being young and everything, but I don't hold my youth to my value. I mean, I'm sure I'll look just as good at 79 as I do now. I just got an email. I'm going to check that real quick. And it's something stupid. See, I don't know why I even bothered checking my phone. Like in my last job or previous jobs I've had, where you're meeting everyone and then they tell you how long they've worked there and they're like, oh, I've been here for 7 years. I want to throw up. I want to throw up in my mouth every time I hear someone say that. I've been here for 10 years. What's wrong with you? Why? What are you doing? And it freaks me out because I'm also like, I wish I could be like you. I wish I could just turn off whatever it is that I have to turn off in my head to just sit there, shut up, and have money. It must be so nice to live like that, to not have to have that little voice in your head that's like, you could be doing more. You could be experiencing the world. You could be risking it all for your hopes and dreams. It must be so nice to be able to just come home after a long day and that's it. That's all you gotta think about is the work. The same old job. Like, I always ask myself, I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just be like everyone else that just loves to go to school and that loves to get good grades and that loves to just sit there and work for other people? Why do I have to have this need to work for myself? It's ridiculous. It's fun, but it's annoying. And especially now where it's a trend to want to work for yourself. It's a trend to be a part of the whole get rich quick scheme. And I'm sick of it. It's not genuine anymore. Although I don't really expect social media to be genuine in that way. But it's not even, it's not entertaining anymore. My dopamine receptors are fried from TikTok, which is at my own fault, but it just sucks because now all I'm doing is seeing people have fun who have the ability to want to share their experience of what they get to do daily. And when I don't share what I'm doing outside in my personal life, I feel like I'm left out, even though I could just easily post things about my life, but then it just feels so weird posting things that are very private. And even if it's something as simple and not so private as getting coffee somewhere, or going shopping, or going to a park, or going hiking, or whatever it is, I still don't feel like I want to share that. Maybe a picture or so, but it's like I feel like it just feels not genuine when I'm spending, like let's say I go to a concert, I'm not going to be on my phone filming the entire thing. And I feel stupid though also, because I'm like, well, everyone else is going to go home and they're going to have a video of them being there, and I'm not going to have a video because I was so focused on wanting to be in the moment. But everyone else gets to post highlights about their eventful day, and the only thing I have is memories. But obviously it's good to be in the moment, but this generation will really gaslight you into thinking that like you're not truly experiencing anything if you're not recording it and taking pictures and taking videos. And what do you have to prove that you're having fun and you're an eventful person and you get to do these great things if you're not posting about it? You're stupid. I hate social media so much. Oh, I forgot to say, I am a Pisces, so I'm very in tuned with emotions, and I'm in tuned with people around me. So I think that's also why I'm very isolated, because I pick up energies very fast, and it's too much, overwhelming to be around other people so much. I pick up how they're feeling and who they are, and just that energy. It's overwhelming. But yeah, Pisces. If I were to give you a piece of advice, although I'm very skeptic in the things I believe myself, I don't even practice what I preach half the time, but the optimistic side of me really wants to let you know that I think it all works out in mysterious ways. Annoyingly so, and as much as I hate to say that because I don't feel like that right now, because I don't have that validation. Although I'm alive, I'm okay, everything's fine, I just don't have that extra validation that everything's gonna be okay. My number one fear is just having a lack of control over my circumstances, which is funny because we actually don't have any control over anything. So technically none of us have control, but I think we like to give ourselves the illusion of control by building a safety net of settling circumstances around us that, okay, I'll just make an environment around me to where if I don't rock the boat, everything goes okay. But I mean, when are we ever happy when we're in a environment that we set up like that? That's not an environment we're happy in. It's, if anything, it's like a cage that we're building for ourselves. I had to learn very young that people are fake, very fake, and you have to be very, very careful about who you are close with, because I've had people who I thought were like ride or dies completely switch up on me. Is what it is. You're not blood related, so I don't really care that much anymore. I learned my lesson. They're just crazy. It's just really annoying, and I think it's like figuring out every little aspect of your life. That's what your 20s is. It's just figuring every little thing out. Everything you thought you knew, you don't. And it's just annoying. Because it's like, give me a second to get up. I have to close the video out on my cell phone, or close the video and the video on my cell phone. My battery keeps dying and I only have one battery. So as much as I want to, of course I'm going to give you optimistic advice and tell you that everything's going to be okay, but me, myself right now, I don't believe that. Yeah, even though I believe it for you. For myself, not so much. But I think the best thing to tell you right now is that just think of the last time you thought you weren't going to get through something, or think of the last time something was very hard, and you were just worried that you weren't going to get through it, or you were worried that, oh my god, like this is the biggest thing in my life and I'm not going to be able to figure it out. And then guess what? You figured it out. You crossed that bridge. So this is just another bridge you're crossing. It just feels scary because it's a current situation and it's your first time going through it. Even if you don't even know how to label that situation. Like me, I feel so clouded. I can't even pinpoint what I'm scared with. I'm just scared. But I think it's just a bridge we're crossing. And of course we're scared because we can't see anything. But we've done this before. Maybe not this exact circumstance, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And maybe I'll make another yapping video. Or maybe not. I don't know if I get the inspiration to. So yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!